Good morning, Prime Minister. My question to you, sir, is, or before that, relating to this question, I thank the government
question,
first.
Please. Question, please.
I wish to thank the government for something.
Thank you. The question, please.
Okay, I will leave that. Can the Honourable Prime Minister explain why the Provincial Council's office is still holding on to the Sana assets and properties and are not enabling their transfer into Vanua registered companies?
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Prime Minister and Minister for Itoke Affairs and Sugar Industry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for his question. But unfortunately for him, he has not stated which Provincial Council he is referring to. Is it the Kaunrawe Provincial Council? It would appear in his usual haste, Madam Speaker, that once again he's missed out the vital details, has confused himself. A bit like the ITC and the ICT. As I said, the Honourable Member has not stated which Provincial Council he is referring to. Maybe.
Would you like to state the Provincial Council so that the Prime Minister...
I thank the Prime Minister and the government for doing this in the case of Ba Provincial Holdings, Namosi, but not others. So could you explain why you're holding on to the others?
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as everyone knows, the provincial councils are created under statute, the Itoke Affairs Act. And the provincial councils are funded through annual budgetary allocation by government to the Ministry of Itoke Affairs, which then channels these funds to the respective councils, provincial councils, through the Itoke Affairs Board, of course. And it is seen, Madam Speaker, that over the years, respective provinces have established companies with the theory that members of the province become shareholders, and of course the company gets into business to participate in general business activities. The decision to corporatize, of course, rests with the respective provincial councils. We have seen over the years that many provincial-based companies have not necessarily met the test of transparency. Equal distribution of shares, good governance, proper management of finances, to name a few. Many have been run virtually by a handful of individuals or families, and they tend to be the main beneficiaries of these companies. Some, of course, are run much better than others. So, suffice to say, Madam Speaker, provincial councils should not be pressured to transfer assets or properties to private provincial companies that are not financially secure and lack management skills, business acumen, and do not adhere to transparency and good corporate governance. Maybe Honourable Nawaikula's provincial council, of course, may be thinking of getting them on board online. Thank you.
Thank you. Supplementary question, the Honourable Multago.
I'll be talking about the Maluwata House. Maluwata Provincial Council has been holding into this provincial asset for the last, since it started. My question is, we've already set up a Maluwata Holdings Limited, and all the recent provincial meetings, there are discussions on, even when the Honourable Leader of the House was there, but the debt has increased. The house was earning about 39,000 a month, and the debt repayment is about $38,000, $1,000 for the maintenance security of the house. And even NLTB that used to be there has shifted to a Sangam building, so we've lost a income of about 5,000 a month. So the house, the asset, is now will be running on a loss because of other debt is already there. It's about 6 million. From loans and collateral loans that were there from previous administrators. the corruption was done by the government official, the provincial council, the ROCOs. And we want transparent practice. We've got a qualified management team in the province to handle it. And we are seeking that asset to be transferred to the company.
Question.
Why? Why? The reason said by the Prime Minister, he said that the reason why it is there for proper management. It's already been abused and mismanaged by government. And we want that to be transferred. What is the holding back of this Madhwata provincial assets? Still there when the qualifications are already there. The company has already been registered. When can that transfer be done?
Thank you.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Seeking your clarification, Madam Speaker. The honourable member has made a whole range of statements. We do not know whether they're actually correct or not. They're purely his interpretation, and it's being a long statement. They're allegations, and he used that as a supplementary question, Madam Speaker. Supplementary question, and it's not related to the specific question, substantive question. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I totally agree with you that they were all just allegations, and there's no validity to the allegations that have been made and cannot be accepted in this House. Thank you. Point of order.
Point of order. How can you allow every time, Madam Speaker, the Attorney General is to try to score points for the other side? You're the referee. You have to be fair. And the minister has got some information, and I think he's prepared to answer. Give him a chance to. Accept, Madam Speaker, please.
Order. I agree that all the facts that you had mentioned are purely allegations because we do not have valid papers or documents to validate the allegations that you are making. But I was listening intently to all the figures that you were mentioning, and I've never seen it anywhere else and not available to the public. However, no, point of clarification.
The standing orders does allow anybody to actually stand up and make a point of order and seek clarification. It is not restricted, Madam Speaker, nor does it say a minister cannot do it. So, Madam Speaker, and again, there's a tendency of personalizing matters in this House. It's any member of the House can do that. The standing orders is the guidebook for us, and we are simply adhering to it. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary.
This is the second one.
Supplementary
There was
question.
only one. Madam Speaker, I'm happy to hear that there are now guidelines for the provincial councils to meet. Could the Honourable Prime Minister advise this side of the House for the benefit of the Yasanas, who in the Ministry of Itoke Affairs to go to ask to be assessed on these criteria, which is transparency, proper management, and corporate governance, good corporate governance. Who do they go to?
Thank you. Honourable Prime Minister.
Will answer your, Madam Speaker, the Itoke Affairs Board.
Thank you. Last supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Ratu Sialan.
Must thank the Honourable Prime Minister for the answers that has been given so far relating to businesses by the provincial councils. We do understand, Honourable Prime Minister, that many of these provincial holdings buildings are currently being occupied by government tenants. We do rely on them to pay off these debts during the currency of their loan. And right now, there is a move by the government to take away it or to move away from these provincial buildings. Can the Prime Minister please confirm to this House whether that move can be hold on until the debt for those provincial councils are paid off? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, that is not related to the question at hand. But I've received a letter this morning, Madam Speaker. We're talking about transparencies, about provincial council holdings, council holdings that are not performing well. Some, of course, as I said, are not run as well as others. But maybe Honourable Nanobo I'm sure can enlighten us regarding the Kandabu Holdings Limited. I know many people from Kandabu have a lot of stories regarding the manner in which Kandabu Holdings was run a few years ago. Indeed, we can also tell you many stories of many lawyers and others who have benefited handsomely from large fees being charged to company holdings from provincial companies, such as the one I mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you.